back it up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What is up, guys? I hope you're all keeping safe and well on this Friday evening, 2 days before Arsenal taking on Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup third round. And joining me, it's been a while since I've had him on the channel, is Stephen Featley. How you doing, mate?
I'm not too bad myself. Glad to be back on, man. How's it been?
Yeah, it's been good, mate. It's been
I heard
really
you gone
good.
dark, man. Heard like you doing a CIA gone dark. That's what I heard. Like
Yeah. Do you know what it is, mate? I took some time off because of Christmas and New Year, and I had some stuff going on behind the scenes, and I needed to get my head straight because my channel's not been as growing as I'd like it to, and I've just been a little bit. I was finding it a little bit deflated, so I had to sort of get my head straight. But I'm back in the game, back here regularly as normal, and this year is going to be my year where this channel takes off. I've decided, and it's going to be the year.
man, go for it. Let's all go for it, yeah.
But yeah, listen, we all have to help each other out, and that's, if we can all do that, then we'll be fine. Listen, Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, before we get into the actual game, I want to talk a little bit about the deal that they've got going on with Adidas to combat knife crime, which I actually think is a brilliant idea. They're wearing a one-off strip on Sunday, an all-white shirt, say no to no more red. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a great idea. I think what I love about sports sometimes is that it should be there to help social situations out as well. I mean, like for example, the other content I do is F1, and they do F1, they do road action safety, they do like no drink or drive, and Hamilton also does his own little stuff to help make it diverse and equality. But so anything that helps channel anything socially is great, because there is a problem with knife crime, there is a problem with gun crime as well. So anything that can help along the way but as long as action's taken with it as well, not just words. It's all right doing a statement and doing a shirt or that, but if there's no action after it, then it kind of makes it obsolete. It doesn't really make it mean anything.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to quickly say evening to everybody in the chat. There's some new faces as well. So big up to you guys for subscribing as well, because I have turned on the subscribers only mode, so only people that are subscribed can comment. So yeah, big up to you guys in the chat. Big up to the new faces. Big up to Steve, the Arsenal Misfit, Michael, Joanne, and Aaron Jones. Yeah, big up to you. But I think
it's COC Red Room as well. Is it
Red Room?
It's spelt with a V. It's not a PH.
I wanted to, because I think it's a brilliant idea what Arsenal are doing, and football clubs can do more. Do you know what I mean? And they need to do more, because football clubs are a source of community. When everyone goes to the game, listen, I've made loads of friends just from supporting Arsenal, and that is a brilliant thing. And if we can do something good like say no to knife crime, and it's everywhere, it's not just in London, it's everywhere in places in the world, it's everywhere, and we have a multicultural fan base. We have fans from all over the world, and if we can send out this message, Do you know what? Right, I've got to be honest. The club get a lot wrong, and we all sat here and criticise it, but we have to praise them for the things that are getting right, and this is one of them. And I think it's a fantastic. The only thing is, I kind of wish they were selling the shirt, and then any money being made from it goes to the charities, the knife crime charities, to help them out. That's the only thing I would have done differently. But I do get why they didn't want to make any money out of it. But I think that would have been a nice gesture um, for the charities. Big up Joanne Smith as well in the chat. Um, big up Tony Blackwell. Hope you're well. He said, big up Daniel and Stephen. I hope you both had a great Christmas and great New Year.
Yeah,
Mine
man,
was
definitely.
fantastic. Yeah, mine was fantastic. Did you have a good Crimbo in New Year?
Yeah, it was good. Spent time with the family, and yeah, New Year was kind of quiet, to be honest. I was thinking about doing a stream on New Year's Eve, but didn't feel up to it, to be honest. But yeah, it was all quiet, to be honest. Other than that, it's just quiet. It's nice. Sometimes it's better like that. Right, New Year's Eve usually I just end up watching the fireworks, and then BBC Two, they have that annual party every year, so you stick on that, and there's some good artists playing tracks and stuff. So usually just watch that instead. Quite boring.
Big up Taib as well in the chat. Everybody, please pummel the like button. Really appreciate it if you could all pummel the like button. A quick question in the chat room, and we'll answer this before we get into talking about the game. Who do you think will get up front, lads? Michael's put here. Let's touch on that because it's actually been. It's I wouldn't say it's necessarily breaking, but more reports are emerging that, especially David Ornstein's reporting it, that Vlahovic, Arsenal have made Vlahovic their number one target. What's your take on this?
My When they initially announced they were going to go for Isak, I'm not denying his talent, his quality. He's got a very good talent on him. The problem I find is that he's too young. He's only 22. We've got a very young side as it is, right? So I think for me, what we now need is someone just a few years older than the rest of the squad, because what you saw in the Man City game is Arsenal, because they're young in that, they were naive, and they couldn't handle the pressure. What we need is some experience in the team, like one in defence, one in midfield, one up front, to sort of, when they have those moments and difficult moments in games, is to not let the head drop or not lose their heads, because that's what happened with us. So I think Isak is a good option, but he's just, for me, too young. I think for me it was either Vlahovic. Right, if we were going to be really ambitious, I would have tried and see if we can tempt Andre Silva in the summer, because I really like the stats that he's producing. It's not as good as probably last season, but it's still good. But like Vlahovic, I definitely wouldn't mind taking. Definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely take him. Big up Melina as well. I've not seen you for a long time. I think you've been a bit dark as well over the last few months.
I've seen her around in my chat a few times, so she's been around.
Yeah, I've not seen you around. Big up 15 people in the chat. Smash that like button and subscribe if you are new as well. Yeah, I definitely would take Vlahovic. The only thing that worries me with Vlahovic is his agents seem to be a little bit mouthy for my liking, and if we've got to convince him to join us, is that really the basis for a good? Is that the basis for a good start? Because it seems like to me that Arteta doesn't want players at the club that have to be convinced.
Yeah. I see that, because I think he had to convince Willian, didn't he? Get a Champions League in 3 years, and that sort of went downhill. So I get the reason why he doesn't want to convince players to having to come to the club. But like, if you want the big players, you're going to have to, because there's going to be numerous clubs that are going to want him, right? If you wait till the summer, there'll be numerous clubs that want Vlahovic. There'll be numerous clubs that will probably want Isak, as well as the other one I mentioned, Andre Silva. So you're going to have to convince them somehow, because it's not just going to be, oh yeah, Arsenal are the only ones linked to him. Because if we're the only ones linked to him, I'd be worried, because like that means no one else rates him.
I think we are the only ones linked to him, though, aren't we? There's
Yeah,
not many other teams that are linked to him.
I think that's because it is January. I think if you wait to the summer, there'll be numerous clubs linked for him, especially if he carries on the way he is. Like, I'll be surprised if there ain't any clubs linked to him. I'll be absolutely gobsmacked.
I don't know. I think we are the only ones linked to him at the moment.
Yeah, let me have a look at see what's up with it.
I think so. Anyway, that's just my take on it. The feeling that the reports that I'm reading, I think we're the only ones linked to him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dusan Vlahovic.
Big up Hendon Guna. Big up Mr. Bungle as well. Jesus Christ. Everyone's coming out tonight.
Yeah, we're in the strongest position. I don't think we're the only ones, but I think we're the ones in the strongest position at the minute. They're leading the race, so if you're leading the race, we're someone involved. Apparently we're battling Tottenham, Man United, and Juventus from one report that was on today.
Yeah,
it came out. So at Tottenham, I wouldn't to worry too much, but then it is Conte, so that could be convincing. Man United, we don't know what's going on there, so I wouldn't. I'd be surprised if he went to Man United, because why would you go to a club that you don't know what the hell's going on? Because don't forget, like, Ragnick's only temporary, so they don't even know who's going to come in. And you've got Juventus. Juventus are like, they're a odd one for me, so that's probably why we're in the strongest position right now. So there you go.
Amar says, I can't see us getting Vlahovic. Look, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Look, Conte rejected Spurs, and then now look where he is. So anything's possible. And look, I don't know. I mean, we have been linked to Calvert-Lewin as well, which I probably would. I would take Calvert-Lewin. I'm not sure about this other kid, Alexander Isaac. I'm not sure about him.
To be honest, the problem I've got with Calvert-Lewin is that we moaned about. Remember, we used to moan about Giroud because he didn't score over 20 goals. Like, and we lost the title because he didn't score over 20 goals in, I think it's 15-16. Like, so we used to moan about that because he didn't score 20 goals, not just in general, just in the league, like league goals. Like, Calvert-Lewin's, like, he's injury prone. 2, he's never ever done that. He's never got over 20 goals in the league. So I'm very sceptical about DCL. I'm very, very sceptical, because we know how our injury-prone players are with Arsenal. As soon as you touch them, they fall down like they've been shot. So yeah, I'd be very surprised. I'm not too sure with Calvert-Lewin. I really am not.
Yeah, big up King Tony as well. Chris says here we will only use we will use Torreira to get Vlahovic. Do you know what? I don't even think we will, to be honest. I think we'll offer it to him, but I don't know. I can't see Fiorentina going for that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. We'll just Bargav put a super chat and said big up to both of you and the community.
Big up,
I hope everyone as well. Yeah. And in good health. We'll be watching back on the replay at work, sadly. No worries, man. For actually anything is I heard about Shooks, the Arsenal fan, Arsenal YouTuber who passed away. I didn't know him personally myself, but it was never on stream with him. But it's sad when you hear things like that. it's never nice at all. And like I can only send condolences to his family and his friends and that, because that's tragic. It's
Who's that?
to
Sorry.
Shockstar.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. I, I,
taken too
I,
soon.
I didn't know him, um, but yeah, I didn't know him, but yeah, obviously sad. All accounts when
I've seen
somebody
him on a
passes
couple of channels,
away.
but I've never really met him like on stream or something. So, but yeah, it's tragic when something happens like that. It's awful.
Big up to Bargath. Thanks for your super chat. He said, big up to you guys in the community. Hope everybody's well and in good health. We'll watch on playback as he's at work. So, yeah, big up to you, Bargath. Thank you for the
Big up,
super
Bargav.
chat. I have put it up on screen just to acknowledge that I've sort of read it. But thank you, mate. Thank you. And it's been a while since I've seen you as well, Bargav. You're all coming out today. It's nice to see some of the old faces that haven't popped in for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, it's really nice. I've missed you all the regulars that are regularly here. It's nice to see, but I miss all the regulars that used to be
Mm.
here that haven't popped in for a while. Um, Listen, let's move on to the game on Sunday because we are taking on Nottingham Forest. How do you think we'll approach this? Because in Arteta's press conference today, he sort of dropped a hint that there are injuries and COVID issues. So, how do you think we'll approach this? I know that Charlie Patino has been training with the first team along with somebody else. I
Hmm.
can't remember
I think he'll be on the
for the
bench, to
life.
be honest. I do feel that he'll rest some players. I love the fact he's trying to go on about injuries already, but then I wouldn't be expecting you to play your biggest team and be able to win. You should be able to play a weakened side and still win that game. It's nothing against for Nottingham Forest. It's something that I should expect Arsenal to do if you're fighting for top four. Um, but then again, it is the FA Cup, and anything can happen. Last time we played a weakened side against Nottingham Forest at the FA Cup third round, we got absolutely pummeled and that was under Wenger. So anything can happen. Um, but I think he'll want to rest some players because he's got the Liverpool game coming up. So yeah, for me, I would say, yeah, maybe he's trying to talk about injuries, maybe just to get the excuses in first. I don't know, but like I would expect us to get through this game. I'll be very surprised if we don't. Very surprised.
Big up Del Boy Gunner as well. I've just seen you in the
Del
chat.
boy going up, big up.
I am scrolling through all these chats because there's loads of you tonight. So bear with me while I scroll through all these and get through. But yeah, I think the last time we played Nottingham, it wasn't a great
I think you went to that
day
game,
out.
didn't you?
I did. I went to that game, and that was where I'd done my interview on AFTV.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of was made famous, so to speak, because it did go viral.
Yeah, that comment was quality.
Yeah,
I got on
yeah.
it. I laughed my head off.
That's exactly where I did it. So I'm actually
Yeah.
going to the game on Sunday as well. So it's going to
Oh
be
God,
interesting.
no.
I remember I was freezing cold as well because it was
Yeah.
-4.
Oh,
And
at least
I
it's a bit warmer this time.
Yeah,
If we lose, I'm blaming it on you and your comments. That's what I'm blaming it on. So, because that was the year
It's
before
mad.
that was the year before I did my first interview on AFTV. It was about I did mine about the Chelsea. I think it was Chelsea 2018-19. It wasn't really about the game, to be honest. It was just mainly raising awareness, to be honest. Like, but that was fun. Like, but yeah, it's yeah. I would expect it to be a tough game because Nottingham Forest are doing well in the league at the minute. If I double check, they are doing well in the league and they're pushing for promotion. Championship table. No, don't want 2021.
Del Boy, anytime, mate. If you've got Twitter, follow me on Twitter and DM me. Yeah, we can sort that out. And I'm sure Steven's on Twitter as well, so I'm sure
Yeah,
he would
man.
love to do one as well.
Absolutely, you could DM me anytime. Anyone that knows me should know that if you could DM me on either SVT at SVTV or on SVT, you can just DM me, and you're more than welcome to come on. Because this kind of what it's about. I just as much as I have my own opinion, I love to just have people on to have their own opinion. Yeah, Nottingham Forest
King-
on 9th in a minute. At a minute.
King Tony, sorry, I've just got to read this out. Bailey and Featley sounds like an estate agent. You're a joker. Absolute joker. Absolute joker.
Yeah, they're 6 points away from from the playoffs. So they're 2 wins away from the playoffs. So they're still in there, just. So like it's not going to be an easy side to play against. But like I said, we should be able to get past it. Should be.
Steve says, I remember that interview. It was quite decent because of the mild-mannered person you are. I wouldn't say I'm mild-mannered. I think I'm anything but mild-mannered. Well, not when it comes to Arsenal.
Well, he probably thought compared to probably some that got compared to some that go on there, it's probably mild mannered. Like so some go on there and it's like not having a go at them, but like it is funny if sometimes they go on there and they go absolutely ape shit, and they got every reason to if you see a performance like that, like because you just come out the stadium and you're pissed off because you just travelled all the way up there to watch that crap. So yeah,
yeah. What sort of game are you expecting?
I'm expecting one where we're going to dominate possession, to be honest. I would expect us to dominate. It's kind of like, I mean, we're playing at home, aren't we?
No, we're playing away at Forest. Away.
Are we playing away? Shit, I changed everything around it.
Yeah. We're playing away because I'm. I only know that because I'm staying overnight.
Right, so we're playing over there. As much as we're playing over there, we should be able to dominate possession, and they'll probably want to play a counter-attacking game. That's something where they'll be most threatening, to be honest. So, like, that's what I'm kind of expecting, us to be dominant on the ball. I'd be very surprised if we ain't. Very surprised.
Yeah, we're playing away from home, and it's a 5-10 kickoff, and yet apparently, do you know the reason why it was 5-10 kickoff? Because if it goes to extra time and penalties, because there's no FA Cup replays, is there? So if it goes to extra time and penalties, apparently it's to allow more time.
Oh,
it's mad. How are people going to get back?
Yeah, honestly, I don't get it at all. Why is it like it's that? Why can't you say it as like every other time, like everyone else? I think everyone else is like 3 o'clock, isn't it? So why? I'm thinking this is where like I can't stand the FA or UEFA or anyone like that, because they don't give a fuck. Sorry for my language, but they don't give a fuck about the fans. Like they don't think about like, oh, they've got to travel all the way up there, stay overnight, watch the game, get back home, and then before you know it, it's on a Sunday as well. They've got to be up and work in the morning. Like they don't seem to grasp that at all, and I think it's wrong, absolutely wrong. I can't stand it when they do that. So yeah, it's mad. It is honestly mad.
Russ, honestly, sorry, I've just seen your comment. Let's not get any midfielder to partner Xhaka. Let's get a midfielder to replace Xhaka.
Yeah, that's a great comment. Like,
exactly.
Do you know what the problem is? We'll buy a midfielder and we'll put him next to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Partey will be dropped. You know it will be. You know it's coming.
You know, Granit Xhaka's like having a hangover that won't disappear. Do you know what I mean? Seriously.
I was going to think of something worse than that, mate. It's like having a transplant. The pain never goes away. Trust me, they bloody hurt. Like just some of his play is just absolutely atrocious. I mean, he just doesn't think at any point during the game.
Bargav with another super chat. Thanks for the super chat, mate. I really appreciate it, as always.
Big up, man.
Stephen, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I will do actually. One question for both of you. I am not used to Idiosinosis. Is the white shirt against knife crime something we should recommend Arsenal for?
Um,
I
I'll
don't know.
let you
You
take
want
this
to?
first. No, I'll let you take this first, and
I
then I'll
think it's a
answer.
good idea. I think it's a good idea to have the shirt for knife crime because like it needs to be tackled. Um, if it's for knife crime, then fine. But like anything that helps anything socially, like should be recommended by, should be like promoted by the powers that be. And the problem is the powers that be don't usually like to do that. So yeah, that's my
Big,
sort of stance on it. I'm not usually too fussed as long as it like gets the right message across.
big up Static. Michael, thanks for tuning in, mate. Guys, if you haven't done so already, do hit that notification bell. Would really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Um, I think it's something we should be proud of because,
yeah,
like I said, these football clubs are massive for the community, aren't they? They're absolutely massive. Um,
yeah,
and I think we've got to praise them for the fact that they are trying to do something good. And we got to praise Adidas as well,
yeah.
because they're a part of this as well. And I actually think that they're tackling a very serious subject. You have to remember
Mm.
that a lot of people have lost loved ones, have lost friends and family to knife
Yeah,
crime, and
all the
and
time. Like young kids, no matter like some kids as young as 14 or 12, like get lost because of knife crime and for silly reasons as well. Like you hear some of the reasons, and it's bullshit. Like it's bullshit. Some of the reasons that come out because of why they've committed knife crime, and it's just wrong on all levels. And like it's why doing things like this is very important for everyone in the community because it needs to be tackled with. It needs to be dealt with because as much as like we should be asking the government to do something, the government don't do anything though. That's the problem. It's like because like or we end up doing something like this and then the government say it's not our place to do it. Like so like well if you did your job we wouldn't have to do it, would we? So
no,
yeah.
no, exactly. But I think the club for once are doing something right. Um, I think they are doing something right. Um, what sort of lineup are you expecting? Now, bear in mind that Arteta has said we've got COVID and injuries. So what sort of lineup? I noticed as well in Arteta's press conference, he was digging out Klopp a bit because
Yeah, hang on, you're
he
digging out
made a point to
yeah.
having
Yeah.
COVID. He made a
Sorry.
point of having COVID and injuries, and he
Yeah.
said, oh, what was it? He said something like, oh, well, we still want to play our games or something like that.
Yeah, but like, but you're still moaning. Yeah, but if you lose the game, you're gonna say, well, if we lose the game, you're gonna say we had COVID and injuries. So, like, stop moaning. Like, if you've just moaned at our clock for not playing their game because of injuries and COVID, 19 players were out, by the way, like of their side, so they couldn't play the game. Simple. Like, it's a joke. Like, but like, it's a joke how people think they should have played the game. Like, but it's like, how can you sit there and then moan about the like injuries and COVID if you just had a go at Klopp for not playing their game because of it? Like, I mean, like, give yourself a break, honestly. Because that's the first thing that will come. First thing that will happen, they'll come out in the press conference and said after the game when we lost it, and we're like, oh, we had COVID and injuries, so we couldn't do much. That's the first thing that'll come out.
But do you honestly think we'll lose? I don't think we'll lose. I think we'll
I
win.
don't think we will. No,
Yeah, I
but
think
I
we'll
wouldn't be
win. I
surprised.
think we've got enough in our locker, even with if we've got injuries. I think we've got enough to get through this tie.
Yeah, absolutely. We should have enough to get through
Yeah,
this
I
tie.
think we've got enough in our squad, even with injury and COVID, to get through this tie. Because Nottingham Forest ain't all that. Let's be honest. They're not all that. I think we should have enough in our locker to beat them. That's just my opinion, anyway. I think.
Yeah, I just feel like Arteta sometimes needs to just shut his mouth and get on with it. Stop worrying about everyone else. Focus on your own job, like because you make your job difficult enough as it is summertime. So like, get on with it, right? Because I just don't want us to be sitting here knocked out of a tournament because you're too busy worrying about what Klopp's doing or what Liverpool's doing. You're too busy digging managers out. Right? Stuff them until next week. They're not our next game. Focus on the next game. That's what the press conference is about. So why are you having a go at Klopp? It's got nothing to do with it. I feel sometimes he gets sometimes distracted by other things.
Joanne says, "Fun fact: your video on AFTV has now got 250,000 views." Yeah, it's
I
just a
watched
shame.
it.
It's just a shame all those people won't come over here and subscribe. Do you know what I really wish?
Yeah,
right,
man.
and I do stand by what I say. That if I had my channel when that interview was going, I think I'd be at least I'd be at 10 to 15,000 subs by now. I'm pretty certain of it.
Yeah, my first one was literally I had about 3 videos on it. I had about 3 videos. It wasn't even a channel really. It was just me putting out some thoughts about liver disease. It wasn't until I started doing football and F1 that everyone started that afterwards that got interested.
King
So,
Tony
yeah.
says if we lose 4-2 again, if Arsenal lose 4-2 again,
Yeah.
Daniel has to come on and say what he said last time. I don't
No,
think
King
it.
Tony, I'm blaming him. I'm blaming him for his comments. That's what I'm doing. Like,
No, I don't think it'd be the same though. If I said it again, I think because it was the first time, because it was no one was expecting it. If I went and said it now, I think it'll flop. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like yeah. I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
mad. It's absolutely mad. But yeah, I'm expecting. I still think we've got enough to put out a strong lineup. You know, when we think
Yeah.
Leno's not really played a game
No,
this
he should
season,
get some minutes.
you've got Pepe. You know, we've got players who can come in and get us over the line. You know,
If
and I
Pepe
think
doesn't come on and play from the start, he's never getting in the team again. You do know that. Like, if he can't get in an FA Cup game against Nottingham Forest, when can he get in the team?
yeah.
I think it's
I
a
mean,
joke.
I
What's
personally
your
think
point of him?
Pepe's done. Do you know what I mean?
What's
I
your
think
opinion on him?
Pepe's finished.
What's your opinion though? Do you think it's bad mistreatment of Pepe, or is he just not good enough for Arsenal? What's your opinion on it? Because I think it's just like he's never had a clear run of games to prove himself, unlike other players.
Yeah, no, I think Pepe's finished. To be fair,
And
I think Pepe's finished at Arsenal anyway.
yeah, I don't think he ever liked him. And the thing is, he scored most of our. He scored. I think it was our top goal scorer last season. I think, wasn't he? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, no, I think Pepe's finished.
Yeah,
I do think Pepe's done out here.
Yeah, I think it's a shame because it's a quality player. There is a quality player in there, but I don't think he gets the overlapping fullback that he gets. He doesn't get probably played in. It doesn't. It's not played in the right way either. And I bet you if you get to the AFCON, I bet he tears it up at the AFCON. I bet you. Like,
Yeah.
I bet you.
And Aaron Jones said, "I first discovered you on Claude, weekly show with Claude and the
Yeah.
Bansters. Then I discovered your channel. Then I discovered you on AFTV. Yeah, that's where that's where usually a lot of people have discovered me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
yeah,
knew you
man.
before for the Gordon Advances thing. I
Yeah,
think I did.
yeah, no, it's mad. It's mad.
But yeah.
Let's have a look here.
Arsenal misfit. Pepe was never given a chance by Arteta. He was an Arteta's son. He was an Arteta signing, and then he was played out of position on the right all the time. That's a good point as well. To be fair as well, it's like you say right all the time. It's like even if he was playing on the left, if he doesn't have an overlapping runner, it don't work. He needs an overlapping fullback, which is why when he played on the left, it worked really well because Tierney overlaps. Like Cedric overlaps, but he can't defend. So you need someone that can do both. Like that's where we got a problem.
Big up Tem as well in the chat. I've just seen you popping around in the chat, so big up to you. Do drill that like button, guys. Do drill the subscribe. Would really appreciate that.
Just make sure it's not like Man United's leaky roof when you drill it. Sorry, I'll put that in there.
No, that's all right. So yeah, look, just give us your predicted lineup, Stephen. Just give us your.
I'll put Leno in goal. Cause he needs a go. Cedric with me will go on the right. Tavares on the left. It would have to be Ben White and Holding, to be honest. I would put who's the better? El Neni or Lukonga or Xhaka or Lukonga?
El Neni's gone to AFCON.
He's gone to AFCON, isn't he? Yeah, so it'd have to be Xhaka and Lukonga then. Like, I'd put. You got to put up front, back the front three. I'd put Pepe on. You can put Pepe on the right or the left, to be honest, if that's the right lineup. If you put Cedric or Tierney on the right and left, because they're both overlapped. So I'd put Saka on the left. I'd put Pepe on the right, and I'd put Odegaard in the middle, and I'd put Balogun up front. To be honest, give Lacazette a rest. That's how I would do it.
I would go with. Oh, this is mad. I would go with. I would go with Ramsdale, Gabriel, White, Tierney, and Tomiyasu. Then I would go with Xhaka, Patino, and Odegaard, and then I would go with Martinelli, Saka, and Lacazette. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, not resting them then.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't rest anybody. I wouldn't rest anybody.
I'd leave them on the bench in case something happens.
Well, the only change I would potentially make out of that lineup is I would go with Lukonga, Patino, and Odegaard. I'd take Xhaka out. Actually, I think I'd probably do that, actually. I think I'd drop Xhaka, go Lukonga, Patino, and Odegaard. Maybe Smith Rowe. Maybe Smith Rowe in place of Odegaard, but no, I think Odegaard.
Is Balogun going off on loan? I just saw Tony's comment.
Balogun could be going on loan.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think Balogun could be going on loan. Yeah, do smash the like button, guys. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Would really, really appreciate all of you. I appreciate everybody who supports this channel.
Next week, so he can play.
Who can play? Sorry,
Balogun can play this week because he's not until next week. He's supposed to join Middlesbrough.
Yeah. Oh shit! And I've just noticed as well, Gabriel can't play because he's got that ban, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got that ban. That's why I put Holding on.
Yeah,
White
shit. Do you know what? I just realised that.
I didn't put Holding on White there. I didn't put Holding in there because I liked him. Like.
Yeah, I had a fucking.
Goes as missing as his bald head
moment. It's mad. Yeah, I had a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
I forgot about Gabriel's double yellow card.
If Holding commits a mistake, I'm not going to forgive Gabriel for losing his head.
It's mad.
I'm not. I'm
Good.
honestly.
Good job. I'm not getting paid £10 million to pick the lineup. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What do you think about Easy Mate
um,
and Niles going to Roma?
score prediction, Stephen. What's your score prediction?
3-1 Arsenal. I don't think we'll keep the clean sheet because we've got Holding in the defence and White.
What's your score prediction?
3-1. We won't keep a clean sheet.
3-1. I'm gonna go for 4-2.
Oh
But I'm
God,
gonna
no!
go 4-2 to. But I'm going 4-2 to Arsenal.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I'm going 4-2 to Arsenal.
If that happens, then is that you can you is it afterwards you can go on you can go on AFTV and you can go like instead of saying like I'm glad I never got to see the game, you can actually say like oh I wish I actually got to see the game now. Just a thought.
I'm gonna put this up on the screen, Aaron Jones, your team, and then we'll dissect it. What do you make of that, Stephen?
Ramsdale in goal, Tierney left back,
Yeah.
Maitland-Niles right back, White and Marie centre backs, CDM's Party Lokonga. Party's not available.
Yeah,
So
Party's
it'd be
not available
El
because he's
Neni
gone to
Lokonga.
AFCON.
Pepe on the left.
El Nenny's not available either.
Is Pepe available?
No, Pepe's not available either.
Pepe's not available.
AFCON.
Yeah.
They've all gone to AFCON.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
I was thinking, hang on a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking at that, and Omar's going for 2-1 Arsenal.
I don't know why Luca's like laughing about like Maitland-Niles gone. Like he would be a decent midfielder. He's a decent midfielder, right? When we played him with El Neni, that was actually not a bad midfield for that game. Right? We never saw it again. That's the thing.
Static's going 2-1. Luca's going 3-1.
Copycat. So like me and Luca just got a thing going. That's all. We just disagree on everything. Actually, can I ask you? Actually, what do you think of Andre Silva? Daniel, what do you think of Andre Silva?
But yeah,
as a
it's
player?
mad. What's this?
What do you think?
Pem's going 4-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Harry's going 5-1.
Jesus Christ, he's confident. Daniel, I was going to ask, what do you think of Andre Silva as a player?
Lots of 3-1s. Yeah, lots of 3-1s. Honestly, you guys are mad with your 3-1s. I do think we could win 3-1 though. I do think we will concede.
I think it will be 3. I think we concede.
Simpy says start Wilshere. Joker, absolute joker. I tell you what, right? Yeah, if we end up with Jack Wilshere as our only January signing, I'm gonna go and headbutt the room wall, and then I'm gonna walk into that boardroom at the next board meeting, and I'm gonna be really, really angry.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not saying I don't like Jack Wilshere. I love Jack Wilshere. Everyone loves Jack Wilshere, but we've moved on from Jack Wilshere. Jack's in the past. It's like, do you know what I mean?
Joanne's just answered the question I had for you.
Yeah.
I would like Andre Silva. He is an underrated player. Definitely take him at Arsenal. And Daniel, yeah. Yeah.
I said 2-0, didn't I, Static? I said Omar said 2-1 and you said 2-0. Did I say 2-1 for you? Oh, do you know what? All these score predictions are.
I think you said 4-2, didn't you?
No, I said 4-2. No, I was reading Statics.
Statics.
Yeah, Static said 2-0, but he thinks I think I said 2-1. But I think I
Yeah,
said 2-1 for Omar, unless I got you two
yeah,
mixed up. I don't know.
yeah.
Hendon Gooner's gone for 3-0. Uh, um, so yeah, guys, listen. Guys, get your questions in or comments. We'll do
Yeah,
four
man, get your
more,
question.
more comments.
Definitely.
Let's have a look here. Oh, big up Anthony Herbert as well. Guys,
Yeah,
drive the
man.
likes up. Have we even hit 30 yet? Come on, smash the likes. Uh,
Let's see. Have we hit 30 yet? I don't know. Let's have a look. Got 30 people watching. Should they? Yeah, we hit 30. Oh,
Stephen,
let's
did
get.
you? They're all saying you asked me a question. Did you ask me
Yeah,
a
I did. Yeah,
question? Which I
I
must.
did. I asked you about Andre Silva. What do you think of Andre Silva?
Uh, yeah, sorry about that. It's. Do you know what it is? Right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
miss questions because I'm reading the chat as well, and I've got the
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
going
yeah.
through my
It's all
headphones,
right, man. It
and
happens. It
you as
happens.
well. Andre, so I'm not sure. I don't think I would take him to be quite honest.
Because he
I'm.
scored 28 goals in the league last season for Frankfurt. He scored
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
three
know
and
whether
six.
it's the. I don't know whether he's the type of player that Arteta's looking for. I
Mm.
think when you're looking at players, or when I think Arteta's looking at Calvert Lewin, or a guy that can not just score goals but be a presence physically as well. And I'm not sure Andre Silva's
I
that.
think I think that I just thought I struggled this season. He scored 3 and 6 in the 6 games in the Champions League. He's still probably adapting to the fact that he is it. Look, I think he's still adapting to the way he is at Leipzig. And I always give a player a season to adapt to any sort of new club. Like because Pires took 1 season, if you remember. But I'd say with I think like with Andre Silva, I think like with every striker it's a risk, but like the goals last season don't lie that he's a quality. I mean, like for me, he's a quality player. He's still a quality player to me. Like so, you can't get 28 goals in the league for Frankfurt and say you're not crap, and say that you can't say that after he's done that he's crap. For me,
The,
like
the only thing I will say is look at how many goals Werner got in Germany, and look how many goals now he's getting for
yeah,
Chelsea.
I understand that, but then like you could say that to maybe Kai Havertz in a sense, and look at how he's playing now. Like he was playing like really, um, yeah,
Question from Static. He says, Daniel Stephen, how many players will Arsenal sign this month?
one at most.
Well, if you believe Arteta, and a lot of people don't, including myself, and I'm a little bit dubious. It's weird, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, right? Yeah, I I'm a little bit mixed on. I'm a little bit. Obviously, you guys know my thoughts on Arteta as a manager, and Arteta
Yep.
being being good enough for this football club, and I still stand by that. But at the same time, and this is where I am going to be a little bit more positive, because at the same time we are seeing progress, and we are marginally, we are better than where we were last season. I've not changed my opinion on Arteta overall, but I have to give him credit for the progress that we are making. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't sit here and not acknowledge that we have made some progress. Static, in answer to your question, I actually think I think we will sign players. I think the fact that we're being linked to big money signings, and I know we've
Mm.
been linked before and we've signed nobody, but the fact that we're being linked, if we can get them over the line, then you have to say, okay, do you know what, the club have meant business. If it comes to the end of the window and we've done fuck all but bring Jack Wilshere back, then it's the same old Arsenal, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
same old rubbish. But I do think, and from people who I talk to that are in and around the club, and people that I talk to at the club, because I do get the opportunity now to talk to people at the club.
Oh yeah,
The feeling that I'm getting is that we are going to sign some players, and that they do.
I'd hope so.
We do want to progress, build on the progress, and build on the progresses that we've made.
Because the thing is that they've backed themselves into a corner. When you came out of the interview after the 3 games that we lost, right? Edu's come out, he's backed himself in the corner, saying this is all foundations, all this crap, right? So you've now got to prove us right. You've now got to prove us wrong, because we don't believe that we all thought that's BS coming out of the club, right? So you've now got to go out and prove us wrong, right? By actually doing what you've said. So he's backed himself in the corner, so he's going to have to try and buy players. Otherwise, he's going to look like a complete idiot. It's like this Project U thing. He's not going to buy someone who's 30. This is why when I said about Ronaldo on loan, I'd take Ronaldo on loan for 6 months, because I know he's not going to buy him, because otherwise he looked like an idiot, because he's been saying about Project Youth this whole time, and then you go and buy a 32-year-old or 31-year-old. Doesn't make sense. So, like, I would say if we got Ronaldo on loan, we got Vlahovic, that would be, honestly, that would be quality, right? I still agree with Arsenal. Yeah. The best thing to do is get rid of Arteta, but there you go. Right? But that's just me, because he's not going to go win the league. Lucas actually asked, would you take Renato Sanchez at Arsenal?
I would take him, but the only thing that worries me with him are his injuries.
Yeah, that is a point. But like, he's won the. But then again, he was one of the main players in that midfield that won Lille the title. You can't ignore that. That's Lille. That's not PSG. That's Lille. Like, yeah. So if you do that for Lille, then you're definitely a talent. Like,
Chris has said, what do you think your chances are of top 4, and do you think you will have another blip? Do you know, for me, like with regards to the top 4, I think we will have a blip, but I do think it's still possible. I think it's massively possible if we can get the business in. If we can get a Vlahovic and a midfielder, I think we can get top 4. And honestly, I would get rid of Aubameyang. Aubameyang. Get him gone.
Do you know what I also think is you made a good point when obviously earlier with just Renato Sanchez, for example, right? And you can't, like, with Renato Sanchez, the reason I said you can't ignore what he's done, like, it's all right saying that he was in Swansea's relegation squad, but he was 18. He was 18 years old. What the hell was he supposed to do? He only played like 7 games. If you're judging him, if you're saying he's crap because of that, Luca, then like, get a grip. Because he's not supposed to do. He can't do anything as an 18-year-old. But I think with the signings that we get, we're gonna get a blip. We'll get a blip in. We know when we get a blip. We get a blip in February. We always get a blip in February, right? Because we're always in the Champions League or the FA Cup by that point, and then we just lose everything in 1 week. Right? I usually called it Arsenal's fuck up week. We just usually fuck up and just ruin everything. And then we're playing the rest of the season for no reason. So, like, that's where, like, February, that's where, for me, is, like, can we handle the pressure? Because Arteta's never gone for a top 4 side, so he's got a top 4 place. So he's going to feel the pressure when it comes down to it. Right? When it comes down to the last few games, you've got to get the results in. Right? So, and if Emery blew it, he can easily blow it.
Yeah, I just Tony, I just want to quickly say, mate, thanks for popping by. Arsenal Alex, it's great to see you here as well. Listen, Arsenal Alex, mate, we should do some shows together. I've not had you on my channel, so yeah, it'd be great to do some shows together.
Definitely, man. I'd love to get you on my channel. So I've been on my channel for ages.
Yeah, must do some shows together. And guys, if you've not done so already, head over to Arsenal Alex and subscribe, and Stephen, and subscribe to his as well. So they're both great Arsenal channels.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Big up Jordan, back again as well. I think you were in earlier, mate, but yeah, big up to you.
Yeah. Well, so sometimes do you know what? What I've noticed on YouTube recently is that the smaller channels you get, I seem to see like when I watch smaller channels, you get real like honest opinion, just genuine opinion from people. Like I don't know whether it's because like something's happened with the bigger channels or something. I don't know, but like when I usually watch a bigger channel, it doesn't feel like a real sort of opinion to when I watch a smaller one. For me, when I watch smaller channels, right, sometimes I watch my own show back and to get an idea of what people have said to get the people's opinions because it's more genuine. I feel like they're more genuine people with their genuine opinion. It's just not like any bias to you or something. Obviously, got a little bit of bias towards our own club, but it's a genuine opinion for me. So that's why I sometimes like going on smaller channels.
Take care, Static, and take
Big
care,
up, Static,
Gary,
man.
as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Big up.
Really appreciate it. Joanne says, what do you think of James Ward-Prowse as a midfield option? I would take him, I think he's decent.
Yeah. Yeah, James Ward-Prowse is a quality midfielder. I'd take him. Like, especially for free kicks. I'd buy him just for free kicks, mate. Just like to put a free kick there, he'll put it in the net. He's just such a specialist with it. Owen Jones, yeah, Lee Gunner's like is real, like a real opinion. Just invites genuine people on. So it's nice, but
Arsenal Alex, mate, I'm on Twitter. I am on Insta, but I can't even remember my Instagram name. I hardly ever post anything on there, and I hardly ever use it. Melina says it's going to be a good game. Listen, Stephen, what I think we'll do is because the Man City game is starting or have started, I think we'll wrap the show up.
Yeah, man, going for an hour. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we'll wrap the show up. But I want to thank you for coming on, Stephen. I really
You're more than
appreciate
welcome, man.
Listen,
Anytime. Thanks for having us on.
It's been a great show, a fantastic show. Lots of comments in the chat, lots of you watching. Do remember, guys, go over and subscribe to Stephen's channel, Stephen Featley TV.
Featley TV.
S Featley TV. So yeah, go and give him a subscribe. Do remember to smash the like button here on your way out. Smash the subscribe button as well if you haven't done so already.
If you don't mind me also just saying as well, I just also want to say if I can get it sorted by February or maybe early March, we should be trying to see if we can separate the F1 and put it on its own channel. I've got a name for it, but we haven't set it up just yet. But keep an eye out for that, because if you're an F1 fan, you want to subscribe to that. It's just like, cause I get more reactions from that than I do from the football. Trust me.
It's mad, mate. It's mad.
Mate, you want to see the last watch along we did. Like someone clipped 5 minutes of it because I was going absolutely irate with that ending. I was fuming, like to the point the next door neighbours, we had to apologise to next door neighbours the next morning because I was lost my rag. I'm surprised the laptop didn't end up out the window.
Yeah,
but there you go.
It's
things
mad.
you do for sport, innit? Sport, innit? Drives you mental.
It is, mate. Absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. But yeah, listen, guys. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in. Do hit the like button on your way out. Do
Yes.
subscribe on your way out. Listen, I'll be back with a match reaction on Sunday from outside the ground. So I'll be posting that reaction. And then I'll do my normal live show reaction after the game. Not after the game, sorry. It'll be on Monday when I get home, because obviously I'm going to the game and staying overnight. And then it'll be building up to that Liverpool game.
Yeah, Liverpool game, man. Big up, man.
Yeah.
Liverpool. Just lastly to say to obviously Henry Gunnar, trust me, it's just because they wanted an ending they wanted. And like, if you want to talk more about it, I'm starting in half an hour. I'm starting my own like F1 show, so you can talk about it then. So in half an hour. But yeah, go on.
Definitely go and head over to S Featley TV for the F1. Listen, guys, it's been a great show. Enjoy the football tonight. Hopefully Arsenal get the win on Sunday. Enjoy your weekend and take care, guys.
Come on, you Gunners.